Are you sabotaging your success because you don't like confrontation? Are you happy-go-lucky on the outside, but on the inside you have this incredible amount of anxiety about your finances and your future? Do you sometimes feel like an ostrich with your head in the sand, especially when it comes to money matters? This is typical of the innocent archetype, but it doesn't have to be your story. It's time for you to stand up for what's important to you, even if it means being confrontational. I'd like to tell you a little story about myself, about how I never learned to use my voice because I didn't want to be confrontational, even when it came to issues concerning my health. I just accepted the status quo and learned to repress my feelings without even challenging what I was being told. I had the ostrich approach to challenging situations. I thought that if I simply avoided them, then I wouldn't have to deal with them and they would go away. So back to my story. I had been feeling extremely tired for a long time, putting on lots of weight, losing my hair, and just feeling out of sorts. I went to my GP and told him all of this, which he simply brushed off and told me it wasn't as bad as I thought. I was probably just imagining these symptoms and that it was all in my head. Basically, he said there was nothing wrong with me and sent me on my way. After all, what do I know? He's the doctor, not me. So I accepted that what he'd said and left it at that. As the symptoms got worse and worse, I became more desperate. And one day I was telling a friend of mine about how much hair I'd been losing and my constant brain fog and exhaustion. I told her that I didn't know what was going on with me and that my doctors just kept telling me everything was fine. She said, "It sounds like you've got a thyroid issue. Go and ask your doctor for a blood test." So I went back to the doctor. They did some blood tests and guess what? The tests came back confirming that I had Hashimoto, a thyroid disease. I was really angry with myself for being like the ostrich, with my head in the sand, and not being more confrontational and challenging my doctor when I knew that there was a problem. That was when I decided to never again just accept what others have to say about me, just because I don't want to be confrontational. So I'd like to ask you, what truths have others told you that you didn't agree with and you just accepted it because you didn't want to confront them? What assumptions and beliefs are you holding on to just not to rock the boat? Who is not listening to you? And what impact is that having on your life? It's time to turn this around and stop sabotaging your success. So here are 3 things I'd like you to tell yourself. Number 1, I am confrontational when it comes to what's best for me. Number 2, I will ask for help when I'm stuck. And if somebody doesn't listen, I will keep going back. Number 3, I do get what I deserve. I will have the life that I want. For more strategies on developing a growth mindset, look out for other videos in the series. And to learn more about which archetypes are in control of your life and limiting your financial growth, take the money quiz for an insightful discovery.